Welcome to week 10, everyone. What's our theme for this week, Steve?
This week, let's examine key forces, trends, and skills. Since this is our last week, we want you all to consider the future of mapping and GIS.
Gosh, that's right. It's the last week of our course. Let's get into how GIS is changing and why is it changing? What are the 5 most important converging global forces bringing us to a pivotal moment in GIS? And what are the top 5 GIS trends?
When we say 5 most important forces and top 5 trends, aren't these a bit biased as to what you and I think?
Admittedly true. This is based on Steve's work and my work over the past 30 years in GIS, so 60 years collectively. But we encourage you to think about these. Do you agree with our list? In the discussion, you can say, I like this list, but I wish to expand number 3 by saying, or you may say, you forgot this force or this trend, and here's why it's important. We want that kind of dialogue.
So we will discuss the top 6 skills we believe are important for you learners continuing your journey. Joseph and I are lifelong learners too, so we keep these same 6 skills in mind as well. We will close the discussion section by providing you with some ways you can keep learning and final reminders and encouragement.
This week, the HandsOn Explore section is particularly fun. We will begin by exploring some very cool cutting-edge apps from the Esri Applications Prototype Lab.
Cool. We'll then dig into a trend, big data, in a concrete way by examining the Microsoft building data. Millions and millions of buildings at your fingertips. It is an amazing data set, but in keeping with our course theme of being critical of the data, needs to be examined carefully for not perfect.
We will then look at and do some analysis with a real-time data feed, in this case, weather. But again, we encourage you to look at other real-time data feeds in the live interactive web maps that you have at your fingertips as well. We close by examining 2 frontiers of mapping. Way out there, literally out there in space. Yes, we're going to look at Mars in 3D using a web mapping application. It's a very cool, exciting one. What's the size of Olympus Mons volcano or the Valles Marineris? How does Olympus Mons compare to the size of France or Texas? And then inside the body, another frontier of mapping the brain, for example. How can the brain be mapped? Why is it being mapped? See, we are still all about the whys of where and asking questions.
I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. And remember to think about what's the most important thing you learned in this course. It could be a concept, even the notion of just keep asking questions, and other ideas that you got from this course, or any of the number of skills you have gained.
We will see you in the course.